Your fixation on Obi and unfair treatment of Igbo businesses is unsettling, Babachir Lawal speaks. According to the report from the Daily Post, a former secretary to the government of the Federation, Dr. Babachir Lawal, expressed concern over President Tinubu's apparent focus on P2B, a prominent political figure from the Southeast region, and the perceived unfair treatment of Igbo-owned businesses in Lagos. He criticized Tinubu's lack of action in resolving political crisis in River State, implying that the president's involvement would have expedited a solution. He pointed out that the construct in treatment, highlighting that no individuals or institutions in the Southwest region have experienced similar injustices. He said, and I quote, "In the Southeast, your Tinubu fixation on P2B and the unfair treatment of Igbo businesses in Lagos is unsettling. There is also no denying the fact that political crisis in River State would have been long settled had the president showed inclination to resolve it. It is instructive that no individual or institution in the Southwest has suffered such unjust treatment." Well, this is not news. If you ask me, Igbos are quite used to this. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, they should be treated like this, but I'm saying this has been going on for too long. And this is even why, because of the unfair treatment is always being meted out to them, is the reason why, they are saying, they're not going to protest. The Ohanese, group has said they're not going to come out to protest. A lot of people, most people from the southeastern region are like, they have been giving us unfair treatment, So this one that they're doing now is like, walk in the park because this is how we have all been treated. So if you have been protesting for something to be done and it's not done, then why should we now, be a part of a bigger protest? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't think it's just Tinubu. I think this has to do with I think this had to do a lot with, should I say, Nigeria as a country. They have refused, or should I say, as a country, we have refused to look past the fact that, some particular, let me use a scenario of, when a parent have refused to look past a child's, kind of, should I say, misbehavior. Yeah, maybe one of your children is really calling you out on your BS in the front of other children, and you have refused to let go of that child's misbehavior. So even though this has happened years ago, you still have that feeling, you still have that, should I say, anger and hatred for that particular child, even though, this child has gone through a lot. Even in the midst of that happenings, this child got whipped, this child got, she got hurt, you understand? You have refused to let go. That's the familiar situation with Nigeria and the Southeasterners. They have refused to look look past that. Once over the time these people caused civil war, and they have refused to even look at, okay, what happened? What is the cause of this thing? What triggered it? What are these people asking for? Yeah, something triggered the reaction for them to say, you know what, we're going to take you on. And then has that thing been settled? And all that. So I wouldn't say, like I said, I wouldn't say it's a kind of a terrible thing. Yeah, but we get to call Tinubu now because he's actually seated on that particular seat. That is why these people, like I said, I won't blame them if they say they're not going to be coming out to protest. Don't get me wrong. Yes, you're going to see their businesses. In fact, there are Southeasterners and of course other people who are major importance. They have been most hit. You understand? They get to pay more and pay more. Of course, there are other people who import, but the thing is, they have this feeling that the government does not care, and truly, the government acts as if it does not care. And talking about the River State crisis, I've said it severally. If Tinubu wants to weigh in, he will weigh in, and he will not weigh in as somebody who will come in and be trying to, what's it called, side anyone. He's going to weigh in as the president, and and order the troubling waters of River State to cease, and it will. But it is because Tinubu does not want. That is why that crisis is still, looming around in River State. So yes, I continue telling my fellow Lagosian that it wasn't the Igbos that are planning the Jakoma protest, but the Fulanis. My fellow Yorubas are focusing on the Igbos. The Fulanis have succeeded in creating divide and road tactics against the South as a whole. I pity you people. You couldn't have said it better. South is supposed to be united. North, then we're supposed to have a total unit of the South and North. But if for any reason anyone is supposed to be going against each other, it should be South as a whole going against the North. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the South should be going against the North or the North should be going against the South, but I'm saying if for any reason there have to be, the South should stay together, just as the North has always, pretend, or should I say, stick together. Do you understand? Most Hausa and Fulani and Yoruba people play politics without mentioning Igbos. What is wrong with these two teams born to rule? Leave us alone, we're not part of you people. Continue to live in Nigeria anyhow you want. We are watching. Let Igbo leave Nigeria, they don't go, yet they hate Igbo passionately. Why are you so bloodthirsty? We don't need shedding of blood anymore. There should be no protest. Really? My brother, see, in as much as, you say, oh, after all, the Southeasterners, they don't want to join and all of that. It does not mean there should be no protest, because believe you me, you're not doing anything. I keep saying it. This protest is not holding because of a particular vision. This protest is not holding because of a particular state or a particular geopolitical zone. This protest is holding because of fellow Nigerians. We have realized that we have been bruised, we have been shut down. We need to get back on our feet. We need to get our country back. We need to, show these people that we practice a democratic system of government. So it is hell time we tell those people that it is us. Everything you are going to be doing, you should be doing for us. Anything that goes contrary to that thing that democracy talks about, it's no longer democracy and it's no longer acceptable. The day tribalism will stop in this country, that is when the country be a better place for our children. All country voice are one, but Nigeria, I pity them. Image of all the suffering people are still supporting this criminal man is no longer human. It's the devil who came to destroy God's children. Let's see what will happen tomorrow, because this is not a country. Now let me tell you guys, Kenya has been able to wage war onto their government. When I mean wage war, I mean disagree with their government and stood their ground because they were not divided. We need to learn. That is why I'm saying South needs to be united. The North used to be united, and the South and North used to unite. If we want a better Nigeria, this is what we must do. The first step is for us to come out and call one thing, one name. We call wrong, we call right. You don't get to call it and say, hey, it is wrong, but it is my brother, so it is not wrong. No, you don't get to say, oh, this thing is for South, so it is right, it is wrong. But this one that happened in our side, this is my brother, concern you. Nah. So if you really want this country to work, we must learn to move past it. This hurt that, they feel about the Igbos and all of that, we should learn to move past it and treat everyone with equity, fairness, and justice. Alright, on this note, you've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.